Here's a question that trips up half the people shopping for car audio. Why does a tiny sub that fits under your seat cost almost as much as 3 times its size? Is that just marketing, or is there something real going on under there? Stick with me, because by the end of this you'll know exactly what you're paying for, and whether it's worth it for your car. Let's start with the basic mistake almost everyone makes. People compare subs by size alone. Bigger box, bigger sound, right? That's not how powered underseat subs work. These things aren't trying to compete on raw size. They're solving a completely different problem: space. You get bass without losing your trunk, without cutting into your seats, without a giant box eating your legroom. So how do they actually pull this off? 2 words: built-in amplifier. A regular subwoofer needs an external amp wired in separately. That's more gear, more wiring, more install time. A powered underseat sub has the amplifier built right into the enclosure. Plug it into power, run one signal wire, and you're done. That compact design is expensive to engineer well. You're cramming an amplifier, a driver, and a sealed enclosure into a space the size of a shoebox, and it still has to move air efficiently without overheating or distorting. Here's the part most people miss. Small sealed enclosures rely on excursion, meaning the driver has to move a lot to make up for the lack of air space. That takes serious engineering: stiffer cone materials, tighter tolerances, better voice coils. That's where your money is actually going. It's not the size of the box. It's the precision inside it. Now for the advanced part. Not all underseat subs are equal, even at similar prices. Look at RMS power rating, not peak power, because peak numbers are marketing fluff. Check the amplifier class. Class D amps run cooler and more efficiently, which matters in a cramped space with zero airflow. And check if it has a remote bass knob. That lets you tune output on the fly instead of guessing. So, are they worth it? If you want clean, tight bass without sacrificing cargo space, yes. If you want chest-rattling volume, you still want a bigger box. I've linked some recommended models in the description, so go check that out before you buy anything. Now I want to hear from you. Have you installed one of these? Drop your experience in the comments, hit subscribe, and let's figure this out together.